The fastest way to solve a problem in your life is to understand that when a problem is created in the quantum realm, the solution is equally available in a different form at a different frequency. So problem down here, solution up here. We are a radio, our consciousness, our frequency is a radio, and when we're tuned to the frequency or the radio station of the problem, then we're going to keep getting more problem. We're gonna not have any clarity. We're gonna be focusing on the problem and having a lot more emotional issues around this. But when you tune your frequency to the solution, you raise your frequency and come up here, you can resolve these problems. How do you raise your frequency to match the solution? You let go of the problem. You let go of needing to know the answer in that moment. You accept it. You accept the problem as it is, and you release any resistance you have around needing it to be different than it is. And my favorite technique is the plan A, plan B technique. So say there's the plan A, there's a problem that you have, you think you need this problem solved, or it needs to happen in this very specific way. That's the plan A that you're attached to. You release your resistance by creating a plan B. The plan B might not be as ideal, but it's gonna work for what you need it for. And when you're working on yourself and you're stable in your connection to God, source, and your own wholeness and everything, there are no real huge problems when you understand your nature as an eternal being connected to God and all this big stuff, right? So say it's really wanting a job, or you're having some issues around your finances, or you're waiting for a call back from a company and you're like in a problem of like, oh, I really am attached to this. I need this salary that they're gonna give me, or this has to work out in this way. When you create a plan B, you say, okay, if this doesn't work out, how could I still be happy? How could I find a good solution? If there's financial stress, like I want this job to work out because I really need this salary. Like, how would I be able to find something else that's maybe not as ideal in my ego's conscious mind foreground, but it's going to be acceptable for now as a temporary replacement? And you just decide in that moment that, okay, if plan A doesn't work, I will go with plan B and I'll be okay. You have to feel that I'll be okay. Plan B is going to work if it has to, but don't do it to try to get plan A to work, because that's not actually surrendering and releasing pressure. That's like trying to manipulate reality and that trying to like play a sleight of hand. So instead, you really want to accept plan B alternative, and it might feel hard. Another example would be, say you really want a relationship with a specific person. You have to release the pressure around needing that to happen to be happy, because that's the problem, and you've created a lot of resistance and a lot of attachment around that specific thing. So plan B could be, I'm clear that I want this person, so it's either them or someone better, and I'm willing to accept this plan B of possibly someone else coming in. Or the craziest one ever is, okay, what if maybe I'll just end up being single, and that's going to be very cringy for the ego. But if you can find yourself in fulfillment being single or being happy without a relationship, you are the most powerful person when it comes to relationships from there on. And ironically, you're going to be a vibrational match to some of the best relationships when you don't need a relationship to be happy. When you're attached to that plan A relationship, and you can genuinely shift to plan B, like, okay, if it never happened for me, if I never got into a relationship, if I never got married, how would I find fulfillment? How would I make my plan B work? How would I create a life that I still love, a life full of joy? I could do it if I really had to with plan B. So let me go ahead and do that now. And that releases all that pressure from the plan A needing this very specific thing to happen. And ironically, from there, when you truly shift to plan B, you have released the resistance around plan A, and it can come into your life again, but don't do it to try to get plan A. Do it from a sincere and humble place of, I'm choosing my own happiness, and all the resistance I have around needing this problem to work is not contributing to my happiness. So this is me choosing myself and shifting into something that's going to give me a little bit more inner peace and stability.